What is up, guys? Jake from OneHive here with our next war recap video, and this one's going to be on the tiny war that we had while a lot of the guys were over trying to do a clan scrimmage, and unfortunately it didn't happen. I got nothing for y'all on that. They did not get matched up. First time that's happened to us in a while, but apparently one of the clans got matched like literally within like a minute or something. It was crazy, like instantly matched. So I guess someone out there was just the absolute perfect match, and it just went ahead and threw them together. But while they were away, we had a little 10-on-10 war against a clan that didn't try. You know, it was no big deal. Kind of a strange war, except for a 10 versus 10. We had, we brought 7 Town Hall 10s, and they had 9. So it was kind of strange just because there was only one Town Hall 9 to attack. I didn't clean it. It was my fault. I hit it and got like a 80% 2-star. Just messed up, and no one, it was pretty much over. Everyone was just sort of practicing, doing different things, and no one really bothered to go down and clean it up. But got the win. Not going to waste much time on this war because it was such a small, insignificant war, really. But we're going to look at a few nice attacks, and then we're going to move on. The first one we're going to look at is Loki taking on their number 3. This was a nice attack, and it was one of those 4 jump attacks, so I thought it would be really nice to show because he really did a good job with it. And it's not just a square inside of a square inside of a square, little different style base, but you see he drops those 3 jumps immediately. That's going to connect those first 3 compartments. I would have probably went ahead and dropped those corner jumps a little bit closer so that everything could get into all the compartments, but also into the same compartment, if that makes sense, instead of being isolated amongst themselves. But everything's moving in here, just dropping a poison for the CC troops. Queen goes head over there and starts taking out. That's what we're talking about, clearing all that stuff out of the area. She went over to that side because there was nothing closer and helped take out those CC troops. What I really liked about this raid, though, is notice that the Inferno Towers are on single, and instead of bringing a 7th Golem in the CC, he brings Max Giants. Beautiful idea. A Golem's going to get in the radius of those Inferno Towers. They're going to lock on. They're going to melt that Golem. But having the Giants instead of that Golem, they got to lock on. They kill it. They stop. They lock on, and they got to rebuild the damage. It has to rebuild back up. So I thought that was a very smart move by Loki. You see right here, he's got 11 wizards still in the bag, and the 2-star's done. It's over. He's got it. A lot of troop space left. Honestly, would have really liked to have seen that troop space used right at this moment with some back-end balloons instead. I don't think he would have got the 3-star, but he would have cleaned up a pretty good section of that left over, and even just a few archers or minions or whatever could have really cleaned up a lot more percentage points had he needed it. He didn't need it, but the back-end balloons there would have been pretty sweet. Nice attack, Loki. All right, moving on. Let's look at Snoop. Almost got this one taken care of for us on a pretty high level Town Hall 10. You're going to see that it uses the Quake technique, and because of the way this guy has his base set up, notice how tight all the air defense are in the bottom and towards the core there. Really brings a nice attack here, and in my opinion, had he got those back 2 air defenses, which he almost did, it was close, it just didn't happen, this would have been a 3-star using the 4 Quake. So on a decent Town Hall 10, so I would have had to eat my words had that happened, but it did not. You see he just drops a few golems here on each side and then starts sending in some wizards behind the queen, some wall breakers here to open up and let everything start moving in, and then right here he's going to drop the poison and the earthquakes for the walls there, drop the poison for the CC troops, let them sort of take out all those small troops, and then the queen right there is locked on to the dragon, drops that rage, but drops it to where the queen's not in it. Something even as small that might have made the difference, I don't know. But everything starts moving in here. It's going great. He's getting to that core. Really nice freeze. He's only got 1 freeze. I probably 2. A second rage there that the queen's not really getting full value out of. I think bringing a second freeze helps him more here than that rage does. Maybe I'm wrong, but look at the high value freeze. 2 Teslas, 2 Inferno Towers. That is humongous. Had he had it right here, as it starts thawing off, if he could have dropped it again on top of those Inferno Towers, might have had the oomph to get through and get to those back air defenses, which just don't quite go down here. Uses the Queen's ability. Town Hall is going to go down. That second Inferno Tower is going to go down in just a moment, but just not enough juice to get to those back air defenses. You see the balloons start coming in from the backside here, which is nice. Love how he's deliberately targeting those archer towers, because that's all, besides the wizard towers there, that's all that could really hurt him around the outside. And then right there, the queen goes down to that expo, and you see the air defenses don't go down, and the air defenses are going to lock on and take out those balloons. So really, really nice attack. I'm going to fast forward ×4 here because he's got a bit left cleanup to do. But you're going to see a very, very high percentage 2-star. Just not quite. Just almost had it, but didn't get to those air defenses. Good try, though, Snoop. Very, very good attack. All right, we'll watch these last few little trash buildings get taken out here by those minions right there. 81% 2-star. All right, let's look at one more. Let's look at a 3-star. Crispy took out one of their lower Town Hall 10s. Max Town Hall 9 defense with level 2 Inferno Towers, and looks like mid-20s on the hero. So not a super hard base, especially not for a guy like Crispy with those max heroes, but not just a complete rushed Town Hall 10 either. So nice attack by Crispy. Just drops down a few golems here. Wizards, obviously, to create the funnel. Queen goes down. Everything working its way in. King right there behind it. And then here, obviously, comes the jump. Going to let them all into the core. I like that good aggressive jump. Going to let them all the way in there. He even played it safe a little bit and let it hang out there. He had another tile or two. He could have moved it towards the Town Hall and still been fine. Poison for the CC troops slows that dragon down a little bit and takes out the few troops that were along there with it. You see the queen is on the dragon. Really did a nice job of being patient, letting that area get cleaned out. So now the queen was locked onto that dragon really quickly. King gets in there. He goes down pretty quick, but does manage to get the queen taken care of, which is nice. And then right here, the queen's moving in. It's going to be about time for the air part of this attack. Really, she moved over out of the side there. It didn't really hurt him that bad. It would have been nice for her to step up and take out one of those expos or something. But she did a little work before she went down. So last few troops going in here. The Lava Hounds, the balloons backing everything up. Really nice freeze there. Keep everything alive, and then great rage placement. Look at those Teslas popping, balloons taking those out so quickly because of that rage, and then up top helping those balloons get into those air defenses. And I like the back end freeze there. I don't know why. I mean, the front tower was still there, but a lot less. The balloons were almost on top of it. I don't know. I just thought it was really nice. You see how many balloons he's got left here. Crazy, just tons of balloons. Start to fast forward here because that Tesla goes down. That's the last real threat. You see good spread on the pups, a few wizards to help out, and then the balloons taking out those last few defenses. And then they get a decent little spread on some high HP buildings. So very nice attack by Crispy. Absolutely crushed it. All right, guys, that is it. Again, sorry, this is just sort of a non-war, really. Just wanted to keep everybody that was left over here busy. So hope you guys enjoyed the few attacks. Until next time, Jake from OneHive reminding you guys to suck less.